protected because it's not like you're jumping from the tall grass or anything. You literally have to go through it. People would anticipate that happening, and usually if that really was the case, it will be a eject. It'll be eject Bulbasaur together with Solar Beam. So I'll say.
And here's the real concern, right? The fact that we have Sing being the Bulbasaur in the central lane, right? It just means that he's literally a prime target for invasion here. Bulbasaur in the central lane is going to be definitely a little bit more slow. You can pressure him enough, he's going to be quite hard, and I don't think we're going to be seeing much rotation. However, there is the problem of if any of the support in any of the lane were to dedicate to try to invade here, that would just subject to your top or bottom path here to be bullied out, as you will have the disadvantage. Particularly here when finally we get the crossing here, and thankfully no rock tombs. But of course, not really the best time, as he was able to hit level 4 before that Squirtle.
And of course, the thing continues as well. We do see rotation coming up. Glaceon towards the top lane. It's going up against this Ivysaur at level 5 at this current moment. Glaceon still has it better. Quite familiar with this Ivysaur. Crazily, if it doesn't really do much at this current moment. Throws in the asset, so I guess it's not playing Giga Drain. It is going to... very high chance it's going to be a Solar Beam if that's going to be the next skill pick at level 6. Very curious to see what the outcome will be here. In the meantime, Ivysaur together with Glaceon decides to go to the central area here. They are getting themselves ready for the pop-up for the Altaria together with Swablues. And meanwhile, at top lane over here, it is going to be this Blissey going up together with this... Crossel going up against the people, so so this is going to be tough.
It is not easy. Both Squirtle and Blissey is really not enough to really melt away this Clefable, especially with that Moonlight. That's just so much healing coming out for them. And just in case they know for the fact they can't really melt down the Crossel either way, that's going to allow them to do a little bit of babysitting. Just to ensure no invasion is going to be happening so much. But there was no much invasion in the first place as well. So this Bulbasaur will Sing that's going to be able to get that Venusaur out, and he's been absolutely having a thrill. Now we see a little bit of contention here, or maybe a really better trade that's going to be happening for both sides. Interesting thing as well, if I'm not mistaken, is that the Icy Wind?
Yes, it's an Icy Wind right here as well.
Interesting.
I just want to apologize because I saw that the Clefable had like the skirt, so I was like, that looks like a Blissey. There's another Blissey on the other side. It's like, oh, actually, I just have
holograms, isn't it?
No, I did. Yeah. So it's the set, right? So it's like, okay, now I have to look at their ears. Yeah, look at them. They're both having skirts. So yeah, so
I mean, you gotta look good, especially if this is the lower bracket finals. Right?
Okay, you can look good anyway. Oh, but holding a telekinesis hitting over there. Snipe shot did not manage to connect, but they do have a nice damage output here to actually lock down on that Blissey. Meanwhile, pushing forward here, the goalpost holding out in place the Lapras, but they don't have the damage here to actually clear him out. They tried to go for a little bit more scaring, but the pressure and also the solid defense coming out from this Lapras together with the Sylveon as well. See, pulling back this. Oh, quite unfortunate. Was not able to actually get the shields in by being inside the goalpost. Lapras gets taken out.
Oh, it's so annoying, right? Telekinesis into the gravity as well, on top of a Lapras who doesn't really have the best of mobility. It just hurt. Verdant Anger to try to secure the Regice, and they will get it. Now they got the objective, now they got that nice bonus buff. They're planning to dive into it. Unite move has been completed as well. And Team True Gravity, understanding the great strength and positioning and the paralysis of their scaling, decides to respect and just surrender in that first goalpost. That, let's be honest, if they do take that fight, sure, they can try to get the trade, but it may not be in the best of their interest here. So good call coming in for True Gravity, just letting it go.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna commit anything, especially when you have a Clefable with the regen buff from the Regice as well. Of course, our next intention is definitely going to be in the top lane, where this is going to be the next objective, the Regieleki. We'll see which one of the two teams. Will it be Team True Gravity secure for themselves, since Talon PH did manage to actually get the Regice at the bottom lane. Now, of course, both teams are trying to get themselves in position, meanwhile giving a little bit of position for the Slowbro, who's all the way downtown here, making his way towards the top lane. It is a 5v4 situation at this current moment, but Slowbro has made his way all the way to the top lane, providing a little bit of assistance. It's going to be a Surf here to drive the team members. Oh, look at the Solar Beam connect, despite being very durable, very tanky. That Blastoise is getting quite a big hit there from the Solar Beam from that Venusaur.
Yeah, but then again, they still need to respect it is still a Blaster with a Hydro Typhoon here. A very strong team fight Unite ability. He serves in a pretty great positioning, but they all were able to get out of it just in time. It was only going to be the Crosser who gets caught into that Unite move, but it's still totally fine. Big damage. They dived into the mix. Can they try to get the Italian? No! He barely got get out of the situation alive, and Dylan will be fine to fight for another round. However, Regieleki is still going to be secure inside of a Team True Gravity here, and a lot of stats that's going to be coming in for the Lapras. The more points he put in, the more tanky he is going to get due to that item.
Oh man, I saw when the replay is coming out as well.
Okay.
Oh, they got the whole as usual. Man, it's very annoying this telekinesis. Whenever he's talking about the top lane during the Reggie, man, Venusaur, I get his idea. He wanted to use that solar beam on the Regieleki, but his timing was a little bit too early. So Blissey managed to actually get the last hit in and then secure the Reggie for the side of Team True Gravity just a while ago. Meanwhile here, a bit scoring from the side of Cleefable. That's not a Blissey anymore here. Grabs himself with that bridge, tries to make an escape away from that speed flux from the side of Team True Gravity over here. But Venusaur, we missed out on this, but didn't manage to actually get his hands on that Sylveon. He's going to be away for the next 2 seconds here on the map. Meanwhile, at the bottom lane, it's going to be yet another Reggie. It's going to be a Regice once again. This time about does not seem that there's going to be any team members from Team True Gravity that's going to commit or try to contest this away from Team Talon PH. And while all that is happening, a little bit of point dunking here by this Blissey together with the Lapras as well. Meanwhile, here in the top lane, Crostle trying to screen out these two Pokemons, the Blastoise, together with the Glaceon. Oh, look at this, the Lapras Express bringing with team members. Gotta navigate it well so they don't hit the walls.
Not able to isolate, to find any individual separate targets here. But then again, Verdant Anger. Not only did he deny Zestel as well, but that's still a lot of damage. Very Frolic also committed as well to try to mitigate some of it, but still big damage coming from the Hyper Voice. Can he try to get the final pickup? And he will succeed! I can't believe what a turnaround as he tried to get for that defense. However, a couple of KOs are going to be happening on the other side.
And
Zestel
he's going to
getting
pick up all those points.
A lot of points into it. He's going to be throwing in a couple of them more because he knows for the fact he got the intel. Everyone is currently having a party in that top path.
Oh man, I can't believe it. Venusaur committed with the Unite and still not able to clear the silver, but instead he gets picked off here in front of his own goalpost, despite getting himself with the shields from the post as well. It was still not enough to chase himself. Meanwhile, here at top lane, Daengsang looking a little bit crispy. It's a 4v4 situation. Seems like even the Hydro Typhoon be committed by the Blastoise, but who's going to get last damage? It is going to be the slow bro from the side of Talon PH instead, despite the commitment coming up from the side of Team True Gravity. And of course, marching forward, pulling back that Blastoise away, seizes him way down south to the left side of the map. And of course, Reggie has made his entry into the goalpost, finding out the best way to approach this. They have time to dunk, and it's going to be huge 50 here by the Crostle. 192 to 193, Leonard, and we're only 20 seconds away from the appearance of Rayquaza here on the map. This is definitely the closest we've seen.
No, now here's the real problem, right? There is 3 members on the side of Talon PH who has a lot of points, 50 to 40 points, right? There's only going to be the Glacier with the 50 points. Sure, that's 100 points in. That's a fact. That's definitely for the fact there. Although yes, Talon PH is still a little bit pressured despite the very minor digit of a differential here of the scoreline. Well, look at that. They have the range paralysis. It feels like they're getting outgunned in this situation. Positioning is somewhat key here for Team True Gravity if they really want to try to get on top of them, but they do need the intel. Look at the crosser. Really keep your eye on him because no one is really scanning out the top part of the hemisphere of the map here. So no one knows exactly whether this potential backline flank could potentially come in, but he still needs his team to bait out these members, try to reel them in, but eventually the Blastoise does make the rotation, spots him out,
Sylveon
and the entire plan has been disrupted.
Sylveon's making his move. He's making an entry here into the goalpost, doing a little bit scoring. Meanwhile, Crostle holding up the top. That's not where it should be, and it does that. It's going to be a 48 points being scored here, making Team True Gravity in lead. And it comes off points. 1 minute, 10 seconds on the clock. What's the point of entry here? Coming up from both ends, jumping up from behind. Oh, here comes the hole. Hitting up, they got it. Coming up against us, they managed to clear out on the Blissey. Chasing up for more, and this time about driving up with the Surf as well. Blastoise does not have the Unite. Oh, Solar Beam in the face! And that's going to be Blastoise down, making it a 5v3 situation. Siding towards the Team Talon PH. Sylveon pops up the Unite as well. Here comes in Talon, sniping off a little bit, coming off the Rayquaza. They have to get this for themselves if they want to be scoring up some points on the side of Team True Gravity. Meanwhile, the cavalry has arrived. Glaceon has returned back into the fray. What is going to be the outcome here? Coming up from behind as well. Sync one as well, getting hit from behind. Is it happening?
Oh no, it's been stolen away!
All that effort coming up from Talon PH, Team True Gravity. The Blissey once again being a cutie and a nuisance here to the enemy. And they're going to be going for more and more and more scorings here in the face of Team Talon PH.
I can't believe they really buy their time with this as well. And they always, right before the record of it, they keep backcapping. They keep ensuring that no matter how small the differential in points, they still want to ensure that they had the lead, because all they had to do really is just to really choke them out of options here and really pressure them for their Rayquaza. But what's even amazing is the fact that at that very last point, a great Rayquaza steal for the side here of Blissey. None other than Blissey, by the way.
I can't believe that. You know how game tree itself. Now the game is underway, ladies and gentlemen. Let's jump straight to it, and Pokemons are going to be going straight into their respective lanes right now. Of course, we do anticipate this. It's going to be the Yasuo going off at the central area, getting some levels for himself, so he can actually get online real fast here for the whole team. And after a while, it's going to be rotating either top or bottom lane to provide some sort of assistance to further amplify the progression here in the game. Meanwhile, here is going to be the Eldegoss together with the Buzzwole at the top lane for the side. Team Talon putting on the pressure here, forcing the Dweeble, forcing him to actually use the eject, but still insufficient to actually stop him from getting taken down here in the hands of Team Talon PH. It's a strong start here for the Philippines champions.
You know, the thing is not thinking about how the weekly stuff is going to be playing, right? It's definitely going to be playing alongside with the Dragon Knight, and it feels like, I won't say it's a direct counter, but it can be quite useful for the Buzzwole, because with the sync itself, right, long enough, not only will you slow the movement speed, oh, by the way, good catch, decent amount of damage, however the Buzzwole gets relatively down low and slow, and unbelievably, Dwebble will be able to get the finishing off not just on one, but two KOs here. Absolutely great.
Managed to even punish his arm and the Eldegoss as well, so this is going to be quite troublesome for the side of Team Talon here. Team True getting back to the advantage they very much deserve from the takedown in top lane. I guess revenge is served there for their end. Meanwhile, a little bit opening for team members of Team Talon to do a little bit scoring here by RBX together with Dylan on the Sylveon and together with that Fatu. It's not much that you can actually do to them at this tournament. They're just going to keep dunking and dunking and dunking.
I mean, definitely for sure. It's definitely pretty hard, especially now you're facing not just the Sylveon, but even the Trevor at the same time. There's a lot of control, especially with our dear friend who's not really the Talon just yet, so not really much or crazy big damage. But anyway, Crustle coming in, try to zone them out, try to give the impression that the fact that there might be a rotation. However, Vulcan, that roaming towards the central area, spotted out the Dragonair, spotted out the Trevenant here as they prepare for the central area skirmish.
Oh yeah, they decided to engage instead of using the Hooper over here. Sylveon getting low on HP, trying to make an escape up here with Hammer latching on the weakly top, but decide to actually make an escape. Sting has been utilized as well, but almost trying to go for dash prepare. Oh, that's going to here in hands of the Masquerada. Despite low on HP, Trevenant make his escape towards the left side. Big J's out from behind, but Hooper also disengages at the same time as well. Masquerada tried to go in for a little bit scoring, but unfortunately Hooper has made his way back to the lower lane goalpost here. And of course, we do see 4-man rotations at the bottom lane looking very, very active here from the side of Talon PH. Meanwhile, we do have the Dragon Knight providing a little bit of assistance here for the Crustle at the top lane, because they know that this is going to be one of the high times where the Altaria and the Swablues are going to be appearing in virtual moments. I believe that most of them are being taken in the hands of Team Talon PH just a while ago. Still 0 points here for the side of Team True Gravity, but it's still in the early stages of the game as we have just concluded 3 minutes in and 7 more minutes to go.
Coming in to the race, trying to see if they can try to secure one of the objectives towards the top side here. The rest of the team are also in the same mind here. A little bit split in terms of resources here. 3 members on top for both sides and 2 heading to the bottom. However, a quick rotation coming in for the Masquerada. A lot of pocket damage from the snipe shots here. Really painful as well. Not much way for them to really sustain from all this kind of damage that's coming for the Eldegoss. But now who will be able to secure a great dive? Snipe shot will be able to secure the Regieleki, but they want to try to get a couple of more here. They got, not only did they lose the Regieleki, they're also losing members in the process, but they were able to get counter KO.
Of course, and try to shove away all the team members from Team Television away from the goalpost over here. And of course, Regieleki has already made its entry. This would be a great opening for them to actually do a little bit of scoring for the side of Team True Gravity. Jumping off as the clear on the Crustle together with the Buzzwole over here on their end. And of course, this time about, they are going to be trying to actually go for a little bit more, destroying the goalpost from the side of Talon PH at the top lane. Meanwhile, here, attention from the bottom lane, the Hooper together with the Wigglytuff up against the Trevenant. Vulcan putting a little bit of pressure over here, trying to get experience. He will be able to actually get that. Yep. Wow.
Now, here's the interesting thing. Once the Wigglytuff actually, with the Sing, by the way, gets that 4th note, you're not only going to be able to put someone to sleep, but also at the same time, if you're also able to reduce like defense and special defense of that particular Pokemon within that Sing range. But of course, it's only for like 1.5 seconds. But hey, you know, when in the face of a Dragonite Hyper Beam, that's a lot, man.
Yeah, we're going to take it. Oh, seeking off his performance over here. Woodhammer was not able to connect. Together with the Horn Leech as well. It's going to be secure coming off from the Dragonite from the side of Team True Gravity. And of course, jumping in on the side as well. Commits with the Unite from the Talon. But the Talon's going to be one getting secure here in the hands of the Sylveon as well. Together with the Wigglytuff, making it 2 KOs, 3 here in the hands of Team Talon. PH leaves up quite an opening here for Hooper on the top left side to do a little bit scoring for the side of Team True Gravity. Meanwhile, Team Talon PH keeps forcing, putting on all this aggression in the bottom lane. Loads and throwing in bodies, triple, 4, quadruple bodies being thrown over here, and here comes a turnaround from Team True Gravity, making it a full-on close one team fight over here, except for that Trevenant, Leonard.
Yeah, Rumble Rouser just absolutely solid. There's really no way for them to really melt down such a beefy frontliner as well, and also a great controller and goal defender here. And once again, yes, they get a couple of points in, but it will cost them as they will lose their second or first goal post at the bottom side. Now try to secure a couple of more objectives as they're trying to make their way back to the Regideck. And of course, as we all know, the beautiful Dragonite, very great in securing all its objective, even without supports.
I think that's a bad call from Talon PH. I think they that huge overextension, I do hope that will not cost them this game, because they were such on a good roll over there. They should know that by the time they actually reach the tier 2 goal post on the bottom side of Team T Gravity, they have the ability to just throw on bodies for constant knockdowns from time to time. So basically that was just a big loss from them. They lost 4 or 5 team members. If you include together with Trevenant that was actually taken down earlier on, that was a full-on team wipe already, and that's definitely going to be very, very costly, because they could just snowball. Instead, they overextended even more. Meanwhile, here at the top lane, you do see the Sing coming on from the Wigglytuff, trying to actually make an escape over here. We do see a little bit of vision being provided by the crosser at the same time as well. Here comes the drive, and here's the opening up at the same time. Even though the hammer as well, it's still going to be enough. And bounce being opened up at the same time as well. In Talon this time, going off for the snipes, is it going to be enough? Buzzwell's going to be the one taking out on the crosser. Meanwhile, it's going to be the Hooper clearing on the Buzzwell here at this point as well. Hooper gets cleared out in return. It has a Trevenant. Sylveon also making some plays and clearing out on the Wigglytuff at the same time as well. And of course, Inteleon clearing off on that Trevenant. Multiple Pokemons being down here, coming up from both ends, Leonard. But still, no point of scoring here.
It's so hard for them to really get on top of the Inteleon. There's always going to be someone there to really back them up, and especially since you have this 2 supported lineup, Hooper resets any single time. 5 gets a little bit dicey. You get the sign on for the bonus heals and shields from the Wigglytuff as well to keep the rest of their members alive.
Oh, they're asleep!
They're asleep for a couple seconds, and they steal it with the Hyper Beam!
Oh,
wow!
secure the Regice! That's gonna hurt! They did most of the damage, and here comes the Dragonite! Just getting that secure with the Hyper Beam landed. Oh, that's gonna hurt!
Yeah. The crazy thing about it is that I'm really concerned. Sure, they have the damage, but will it be really enough? The Inteleon is still untouched and unfazed throughout most of these fights as well here. I have never really seen anyone who was able to really get on top of him and do really significant amount of damage. There's just so many layers that Talon PH
he was cleared just now anyways by Trevenant, just during that big encounter. But other than that, you're right. Yeah, none of that so far.
But still though, we're slowly coming into the 2 minute marker here, and Team True Gravity still has control, not only in the pace of the round, but in terms of points as well. Backcapping also going to be pretty difficult, since we already have their necessary goalkeepers, their guardians here, to ensure none of that will ever happen in the first place here.
Exactly, yeah. At the current moment, what Inteleon is going to do, he's going to do what's best, which is just to snipe from time to time as well. Now, Team True Gravity, they don't have to go for the Rayquaza. All they have to do is screen off. They have to fan off these team members from Team Talon PH to take down the Rayquaza, or do any form of scoring, anything beyond, right now, 61 points, so basically anything beyond 30 points at this current moment.
Big damage, was able to pop in with the Hoop Sunbound here. Phantom Force, absolutely phenomenal as well, completely isolated, but the same goes for the Trevenant. Remove one of the frontliner and controller, but there's still the Bustle in play, but keeps getting zoned out by both the Hooper and the Inteleon as well. Pops in the double team. Will it be enough to divert and cause confusion? Not enough, as they want to try to get a couple of balls, but the Bustle still lives, still strong. LeBron, but Zessel is such a threat, such a menace, and there's not enough time left on the clock.
Oh yeah, the 50 seconds on the clock at the current moment, but they're also chasing down on this Dragon Knight at the
Gotta
same
get
time
him
as
up.
well. There is
No!
time. 45 seconds here on the clock. Both teams are losing out 2 team members, but the longest period is definitely in 18 seconds there on the Elder Gods. This could be the opening that Team Talon PH is definitely looking for. But of course, they're getting pressure here. Buzzwole getting low on here. Speed. LeBron trying to make a save, but unfortunately gets picked off the hands of that Dragon Knight. Getting low on HP. Are they able to actually secure this Rayquaza? Are we able to reset his HP? Sylveon making an entry over here. Who's going to get the secure?
No,
it will be in hands of Team True Gravity, ladies and gentlemen. And I believe that is it. 15 seconds on the clock with 3 members down on the side of Talon PH. Team Tiragani is making plays here at the Pokemon Unite Asia Champions League Finals 2024, slaying teams after teams after teams, and they've made their way to the Grand Finals.
Revenge could not be more sweeter here.
Oh,
Not only did they battle it out through the lower brackets, the longest run that any team has ever faced or battled in this ACL Finals, but also the icing on the cake, the revenge match against Talon PH truly showed them who is deserving. But of course, with that being said, such a phenomenal performance coming from Talon PH, really showing us the creativity and the innovation. Their energy and their positivity will not be forgotten, and of course, well deserved and well respected for. But then again, such an achievement for Team True Gravity here, showing India's paralysis in the Pokemon Unite esports scene, totally making their countrymen proud. But now it is the time, Flavor, as they prepare for the potential grand finals against